At the first light of dawn, when the mist still clings to the pines and the mountains breathe in silence, a single figure rises. His armor is simple, his blade worn, his spirit unbroken. Every morning begins the same, a bow to the rising sun, a breath to center the mind, a whisper only he can hear. Today, I will train again. For the path of mastery does not begin with glory. It begins with humility, the willingness to start again each day as if you have never begun. The art of self-discipline is not about force, it is about devotion. It is the vow a warrior makes to himself. To walk the narrow road even when the world sleeps. Sun Tzu wrote, "In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity." The disciplined man seeks that opportunity within. Where others are distracted by comfort, he sharpens his awareness. Where others drift, he anchors his purpose. Discipline is the compass of the spirit. It points not toward success, but toward alignment, the harmony between who you are and who you are meant to become. The warrior's first battle is against the noise of the world, the endless chatter, the hunger for approval, the craving for ease. He learns to be still. He learns to listen to the silence between his own thoughts. In that stillness, he discovers that every choice, every small decision, is a brushstroke on the canvas of his destiny. So, he trains. Day after day, beneath the whispering bamboo and the cry of distant crows. His movements are simple, yet sacred. Each strike of the blade refines not only his technique, but his character. Musashi said, "If you know the way broadly, you will see it in all things." The warrior comes to see discipline not as confinement, but as clarity. Through repetition, he learns the rhythm of life itself. Inhale, exhale, strike. The world around him may change, kingdoms rise and fall, but discipline remains the unshakable ground beneath his feet. He does not train for others to see. He trains because the act itself purifies him, because mastery is not found in applause, but in the quiet satisfaction of knowing you have done the work. And so the journey begins. Not with victory, but with surrender. Surrender to process. Surrender to the moment. Surrender to the discipline that will one day set him free. There comes a season when the warrior's heart begins to waver, when fatigue settles in like fog upon the mountain, when the once clear purpose begins to blur beneath the weight of monotony. This is the valley of struggle, where most turn back. Days bleed together. The body aches. The mind rebels. The comfort of rest calls out like a siren song. Yet it is here that discipline is truly tested. For it is easy to be consistent when the fire burns bright. But mastery is forged in the cold, when your motivation has faded and all that remains is duty. Musashi wrote, "The way is in training, not in inspiration, not in excitement, but in relentless, repetitive training. Long after passion fades, the warrior begins to understand pain is not his enemy, it is his instructor. Every sore muscle, every drop of sweat, every failure, they are the ink with which mastery writes its lessons." Sun Tzu said, "Do not pray for an easy life. Pray to be strong enough to endure a difficult one." The disciplined warrior ceases to wish for easier days. He wishes only for greater resolve. And so, when the storms come, and they always come, he does not curse the sky. He welcomes the thunder as his teacher. He rises before dawn, though exhaustion clings to him like armor. He bows to the rain, the cold, the silence, for he knows that each time he resists comfort, his will becomes sharper than any blade. Discipline is not glamorous. It is raw, repetitive, and unending. It asks everything of you and offers no guarantees. But in its harshness lies truth, that greatness is not a moment of triumph, but a lifetime of endurance. The warrior fails, again and again, but each failure is met with a bow, an acknowledgement, not of defeat, but of opportunity. He learns, adjusts, moves forward. He no longer seeks motivation, he becomes it. When fear whispers, "You've done enough," he answers, "Not yet." When doubt says, "You cannot go further," he replies, "Watch me." The struggle carves away weakness. It refines the soul until only discipline remains. Steady, silent, unyielding. He learns that mastery is not about control over others, but control over the self, over impulse, over fear, over the need to quit. And one day, as the storm finally breaks and the sun returns, he realizes the purpose of the struggle was never to destroy him, but to reveal him. The years have passed. The warrior now walks slowly through the forest, the scars on his hands telling stories of battles both seen and unseen. His eyes hold neither pride nor regret, only stillness. For in stillness, he has found mastery. He no longer chases perfection, he embodies progress. Each motion of his blade is effortless, not because it is easy, but because it is honest. He has become one with his art, and his art is discipline. Sun Tzu wrote, "Victorious warriors win first and then go to war." The disciplined man understands this. His victory was never against the world, but within himself, in the quiet moments where he chose order over chaos, purpose over pleasure. He has learned that discipline is not a cage, it is a key that unlocks the freedom to act rightly, to think clearly, to live fully. Now, when he trains, there is no struggle, only rhythm, like the tide meeting the shore. Discipline has become nature itself. He rises not out of obligation, but gratitude. For he understands that mastery is not the end of the path, but the continuation of it, forever deeper, forever subtler. Musashi taught, "From one thing, know 10,000 things." Through the art of self-discipline, the warrior has come to see that all things, the seasons, the breath, the beating heart, are bound by the same law: consistency. The disciplined man does not rush. He moves with time, not against it. He acts when it is time to act. He rests when it is time to rest. He has become the living embodiment of harmony, and yet he remains humble. For he knows that mastery is a horizon that always moves as you approach. He teaches now, not with words, but with example. Those who watch him sense a presence, calm, grounded, unwavering. They ask, "How did you become so disciplined?" He smiles, because he knows there was never a secret, only the daily choice to continue. Discipline is not born in greatness. Greatness is born from discipline. As night falls once more, the warrior returns to his small hut beneath the mountain. He lays his sword beside him and breathes the cool air outside. The cicadas sing. Inside, his mind is still. He whispers to the silence, "I have walked the road. I have faced myself. I am at peace." And yet, even as sleep takes him, he knows. The journey begins again at dawn, because the art of self-discipline has no ending. Only practice, only presence, only the road, and the one who walks it.